let's test your knowledge of English pronunciation. We will look at some commonly confused English words. For example, how do we say this word? Is it bow or bow? And this word is sometimes pronounced as refuse, and sometimes it's pronounced as refuse. Do you know the difference in meaning? All of these word pairs are spelled the same, but they have completely different meanings and they are pronounced differently. For example, this word, it has two meanings and it's pronounced in two different ways. It could be a weapon for shooting arrows or a polite bend to say thank you. It can be either bow or bow. And these words are called homographs. And for those of you who have already bought the American Accent course, I just added a longer version of this lesson, along with the PDF of all of the words, their definitions, and the sample sentences, so that you can keep practicing them. And if you haven't reviewed the American Accent course in a while, you will notice that I've been adding more lessons for you and more practice exercises to make sure that you speak with a clear, standard American accent. And if you haven't enrolled in the course yet, but you would truly like to master the American accent, this course will teach you all of the rules that you need to know. I teach you all of the American vowel sounds in detail, plus the rhythm and the melody of English, the music of English, the word stress, the syllable stress, and all of the difficult English consonant sounds, and so much more. To get more information about the course, you can click on the link in the description below or visit my website at accurateenglish.com, and you can see all of the different courses that I sell to take your English to the final level of fluency. Okay, let's test your pronunciation. Let's get started. There are two different ways to pronounce this word. Do you know them? You know the first one, of course, refuse, refuse. But the other one is refuse, refuse. To refuse is to say no to something, to reject it, or to not accept it. He refused the invitation. I refuse to do it. And refuse is garbage or trash, stuff you throw away. And in this case, the S is pronounced as s, refuse. But with the verb to refuse, it's a Z sound, Z, refuse. The alley was littered with smelly refuse. Workers cleared the refuse after the festival. Let's say them both again. Refuse, remember that's a Z sound, refuse. We stress the first syllable and the S sounds like a S. Refuse, refuse. Let's pronounce this word in two different ways, and they have different meanings. You say them first. Wind and wind. You already know the meaning of wind, the air that moves outside. The wind blows. The strong wind broke the branches. And we also have wind, and this one is a verb, to wind. And to wind means to twist or to turn something, like wrapping a string around a stick. I wind the thread around the spool. I will wind the old clock. And the old-fashioned watches needed to be wound. The past tense of wind is wound. I wound my watch. Let's say them again. Wind, wind. What are the two different ways to pronounce this word? You say them. Bass and bass. The meanings are very different. A bass is a kind of fish you can catch in rivers or lakes. The fisherman caught an enormous bass. I ordered bass for dinner. And bass is related to sound. It's a deep, low sound in music, like the beat you feel. He likes music with deep bass. The bass vibrated through the room at the concert. And this is a bass guitar. Let's say them again. Bass, bass. What are the two different ways of pronouncing this word? You say them. We have conduct, we stress the first syllable, and we have conduct, we stress the second syllable. Conduct is the way someone behaves, showing if they're good or bad. We can say, He was asked to leave the class because of inappropriate conduct. The teacher praised the student's conduct. And we also have conduct, and that's a verb. We stress the second syllable, to conduct. To conduct is to lead or guide something, like directing a group or music. He will conduct the orchestra tonight. You conducted the meeting very well. Let's say those again. Conduct, open your mouth for that O and make it sound like an ah, conduct. And with conduct, the O is reduced because it's part of the unstressed syllable. So it's going to be conduct. Let's say them again. Conduct, conduct. What are the two different ways that we pronounce this word? You say them. We have console and we have console. A console is an electric device, like a machine for playing video games, for example. We can say, I bought a new game console. He spent hours playing on his console. And this one is console, console, and that's a verb. To console. It means to comfort someone who is sad, to make them feel better. She consoled her friend after the disappointing news. We consoled each other during the difficult time. Let's say both of them again. Console, console. Let's learn the two different meanings of this word. And there are two different pronunciations. You know the first one, right? Entrance. But there's another way to pronounce it with a different meaning. Entrance, entrance. Let's look at entrance first. An entrance is the place where you go in, like a door or a gate. Let's meet at the entrance. We walked through the entrance. An entrance also means the act of entering or the way of arriving. For example, you can say, her entrance into the room changed everyone's mood. Everyone is waiting for the president's entrance. But we also have entrance, and that's a verb, to entrance. And that means to amaze or to charm people, to capture their attention magically. The magician's trick entranced the entire audience. Her story entranced the children. Her voice entranced everyone in the silent room. Let's say them both again. Entrance, we stress the first syllable. Entrance, we stress the second syllable. What are the two different ways that we pronounce this word? You say it. We have invalid and we have invalid. An invalid is a person who is very sick or weak and needs care. She's helping the invalid walk. The invalid relies on a wheelchair. But we also have invalid. We stress the second syllable. If something is invalid, it's not usable, it's not acceptable. Like an expired ticket or an expired driver's license. It's not valid anymore, it's invalid. The passport is invalid. The coupon is invalid. His argument was dismissed as logically invalid. Let's say both of them now. Invalid, invalid. Let's look at the next pair of words. We have two different ways to pronounce this word. You say them. The syllable stress is different. We have object and we have object. An object is a noun. It's a thing you can touch or see, like a cup or a rock. I picked up the object. We stress the first syllable. What is that object for? And object is a verb, to object. And that means to disagree with something, to say that you don't like it. He objected to the proposal. She objected to the decision. So we have object and we have object. And be careful about these syllable stress changes. As you can see, if you stress the wrong part of the word, it's a completely different meaning. Using the correct syllable stress is a very important part of being understood when you're speaking English. So make sure that you learn all of the rules about syllable stress and words. We have record and record. We have permit and permit. We have addict and we have addict. We have progress and to progress. In these cases, the meaning doesn't change, except one is a noun and one is a verb. But you should be using those correctly, so make sure you learn them. And of course, these rules are included in the American accent course, in the part of the course that teaches the rhythm and the melody of English. The American accent course will teach you all of those rules. There are a lot of them. This word can be pronounced in two different ways. Do you know both of them? You know the first one, I'm sure, minute. But have you ever heard of the word minute? Do you know what it means? A minute is a short unit of time equal to 60 seconds. Please wait a minute. I want to go home. I'm counting every minute. And minute is an adjective. If something is minute, it's extremely small. It's tiny. It's almost too little to see. An ant is a minute insect. She's noticing the minute details of the painting. What are the two different ways of pronouncing this word? Do you know them? You say them. It's pronounced both as produce and produce, but with different meanings. When we stress the first syllable, produce, that means fresh food from the farms, like fruits and vegetables that you buy. We can say, the market displayed the produce from local farms. I will select some fresh produce for tonight's dinner. And if it's a verb, we stress the second syllable, to produce, to make or to create something. We can say, the company produces innovative technology. He produces music. He's a music producer. Let's say them again. Produce, produce. How did you do on the quiz? How many of these words were new for you? If you didn't know some of them, I recommend that you watch the video again and keep practicing them. And remember, a longer version of this video, along with the PDFs of all of the words and the definitions and the sentences, have been added to the American Accent course. And you can get the course by going to AccurateEnglish.com. Thanks for watching and keep practicing.